Hello and welcome to Ask a Pastor. My name is Kevin Yount and I'm with Pastor Mike Reed from Grace Fellowship Church. And Pastor, today's question comes from Matt. And Matt says, why do the bad and the evil seem stronger than the good in this world? So it's a question of good versus evil.
Right. So why is there it's seemingly so much more evil than there is good? And I have a really simple answer to that question. I'll ask you a question. You can be the sounding board. So based on what Scripture teaches, are most people Christians or most people non-Christians?
Most people are non-Christians.
Right, based on Scripture, there's few that find the way, and there's many that don't. That's even talking about those that call themselves Christians. So what we know is that there are more sinners not reconciled to God than there are saints who have been reconciled to God on this planet. So of course there's going to be more evil and bad. That doesn't mean God's not sovereign. So we know that's why we see more bad and evil. Who is the ruler of this age?
Satan is.
Satan is. That's something else that we need to understand. 2 Corinthians 4, 1 through 4. My phone's going to freeze up. 2 Corinthians 4, 1 through 4 talks about Satan being the ruler of this age. Jesus acknowledges that Satan is the ruler of this age in the book of John. So he's the prince of the power of the air. So Satan is the ruler of this age, and since Satan, who do you listen to? You either listen to your father, the devil, as Jesus told the Pharisees they did, or you listen to God. And so only ones that listen to God are Christians. So most people are controlled by Satan, by the patterns of this age, by the ruler of this age. And so evil shows up a whole lot more than good, because only good is God. Now, see, look out now at creation. Non-human being creation, where sin entered because we have souls. But look at creation. It's all good. Now, there is weather that comes that people would call not good. And that's, we've talked many, many times, that's just the judgment of God. But creation is good. It has not been tainted. Mankind's been tainted with sin. So when you look at the actions of people, you're going to see a lot more. So there's a lot more murder and thieves and lying than there is honesty and loving, giving of oneself for the benefit of another, and benevolence, because there's fewer Christians. So that's why there's more what seems to be evil and bad than there seems to be good, because of simple numbers.
Yeah, so we can look at a lot of things that Jesus said that, in the model prayer where he says, let your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. So a Christian's job is to spread that light, to be light in a dark world.
It is, and so that's where you do see good. And again, all that's good is God and following God's commandments. And so that's the only good there is, and there's only going to be as much good as there are godly people, truly saved people that have Jesus Christ as their Lord, that they will live out of his commands and spread that light, spread the gospel. And that's and that salvation is bringing the light, the gospel, bringing salvation. Now, don't get tripped up just because God has said, Jesus has said that Satan is the prince of the power of the air, that he is the ruler of this age. That doesn't mean God's not sovereign. God is completely sovereign. And all this evil, God comes down and plucks some out of the evil and brings them into the light, brings them into the good. But that doesn't mean God's sovereign. It means it brings him glory ultimately to have victory over this evil through the person of Jesus Christ.
Well, I think God's also, his common grace is restraining so much evil that would occur without him being in this world.
No question.
The world would kill itself in very short order, I would assert.
That would be true.
All right, great. And if you have a question for Pastor Mike, feel free to visit our website, gracefellowshipqc.com. Click on the Ask a Pastor link, and we would love to take your questions. Thanks.